Good evening. Here we are again. 2014. I haven't done this for ages, probably since last October. So here we are, nearly 8 months, 7 months, 6 months. You do the math. But here we are. It's prep time again. I've just had 2 shows, 2 back-to-back, Portsmouth, South Coast and the Welsh Grand Prix. And we got 2 wins, which is good fun. So pretty happy with that. I've just trained legs, which is why I'm sweating. So don't be grossed out. See all this? Human sweat. So put the hours in. I also grew a beard during the session as well. I was clean shaven before I left. But you know, they say heavy squats put hairs on your chest. Mine all went to my face, which is fine. Because Carly's not here tonight, so she can't have a whinge about being all bushy. And that explains why I've got a sweet, sweaty hairdo as well. But enough about that. Let's talk about bodybuilding and what's going on and where we are. Okay, so we are, I think it's 18 weeks. I think it's 18 weeks out from the finals. So I'm going to have a little chat about what's changed since the finals last year, which was an absolute shitter. It was terrible. You know, I said in my last blog, you know, the one when I was all skinny. Yeah, they didn't go to plan last year. I don't really know what happened. I guess, looking back at it, I just did the classic, let's go for condition and do everything too much and look skinny and flat and smooth, lose a shitload of muscle, but not enough fat and water, which is what happened. So basically, I think what happened is I pushed myself so hard the last, I think I basically tried to cram in 16 weeks worth of prep into about 6. Because nothing really was responding. Stress levels went, and water levels went, and then I went, even so. It sucked, to be honest. I didn't feel great, but you know, I was going to pull out. I didn't. Carly, my better half, she pushed me through and made me do it, which is good because we learned a lot. I wasn't happy with the result. So I've regrouped, new coach this year. I'm now working with the man with the mountainous fists, which is Mark Robinson, who owns Cardiff Sports Nutrition. Awesome guy, good friend of mine, and we've been sort of putting our heads together, coming up with a new plan. Again, learned a lot of the last 2 shows. The Portsmouth, I wasn't 100% committed to it because I've just moved house to here. So I've just moved from Bournemouth to Essex. Now an Essex lad, which I don't look like because obviously you see by my hair and this, and I don't have a sleeve of tattoos. I don't speak like this either, mate. You know what I mean? If that is Essex, I'm not sure. Yeah, but basically we've added, you know, we changed things around a bit. Portsmouth wasn't 100%, and then when I settled in here, I thought, you know what, it was about 3 weeks away from the show. I thought I'm going to jump in, see if I can get an early qualification, and luckily I looked good enough to get the qualification. Obviously wasn't happy with the way I left. 4 weeks later was the Welsh Grand Prix. The first 2 weeks after the show I dropped a ton of weight. It was looking really good, 2 weeks out, really good. And then I had pushed again, left the food quite low again. Pushed the cardio up a little higher than it should have been. And I also had the Body Power Expo, which was obviously 3 days on your feet, which was great fun. I loved every minute of it. I'm not complaining one bit. But you know, it's quite draining, especially when you're a week out. I think I've over-flattened out, depleted myself to the point where we tried to carb me up too hard, which made me look really soft. And then I looked really soft and got stressed out again. And then turned into what Mark calls me as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Fucker. But yeah, live and learn. Cool thing is though, I did learn a couple of things about being on stage, which is cool. About certain tans I can and can't use, because one particular tan I used didn't take to my skin very well. It was just sort of muddy and horrible, which actually incidentally was the tan I used at the British last year, which looked poo there. I looked like a chimney sweep. And don't wear glaze on stage. A lot of people will say it's a shit idea, but for me, as soon as I was outside, put the glaze on, it was cold in Wales, just started sweating instantly, which doesn't help. Tan was running, looked like I'd just come out of a bog. Again, so it obviously made me look softer than I actually was, on top of the overcarbing spilling over. But you know, I still look better than Portsmouth. And all these little snippets we've learnt from the British to Portsmouth to the Welsh. I now have 3 shows under my belt, none of which I was as good as I can be, anywhere near. But I know now, we both know, obviously you correlate your data and now we apply it to the British. So more food, different cardio. And I've made a little change to my training as well. I've noticed, I think I'm really into my intro workouts, which I have been for a while. And a lot of people who watch these, which apparently people do watch these, which is cool, but the people who have watched these have know that I'm quite a low volume trainer. So, you know, the whole DC training, lower volume. And it suited me really well, and it still does suit me really well, but I seem to be able to get away with doing more volume, which is cool. Which is, you know, if you can recover quick enough and you can do more, then do it. You know, you shouldn't limit yourself. If you're capable of doing more and you can recover at the same way as if you did less, I believe you should do more. Because the main feedback I have been getting from people isn't so much size or symmetry or lagging body parts. It's more muscle maturity and that real condition, you know, which does take time, and it takes hours in the gym. So my thinking, my logic would be more, why don't I put more hours into the gym between now and October? So instead of training 4 days a week, I'm gonna try, based on my recovery, to maybe train 5 to 6 days a week and train for just increase my workout density. So I just, like I did legs today, normally I'll do maybe 5, 6 movements. I did 8 movements. Each movement wasn't high. I didn't do like 8 sets of squats. I still warm up to my all-out set, but now I just have that I'm capable of putting more movements in and following the same, working up to your all-out set, and obviously I'm throwing in drop sets, rest pauses, the widow makers, that sort of thing. And it has been making a difference. You know, I'm still recovering well at this point. We've put my food up. I started prep 3 or 4 days ago. I'm absolutely starving all the time, so that's a good thing. So I can't complain at the moment. I just need to knuckle down, push it hard, but not too hard. I learned that mistake last year, and just really try and bring something that I'm proud of to the stage. You know, people have just said all I need is condition, and if I have it, then I stand a chance of maybe potentially. I mean, who knows? Depending on what the other guys look like, I could potentially, possibly. I'm not saying I can, but I believe I can take a British title, which would be incredible, and that's obviously the ultimate goal for the Air Pro card eventually. It's the ultimate goal at the amateur level. So yeah, so far so good. I'm going to keep these going a bit more, these video blogs. I mean, last year I think I wanted to do 1 a week, and I ended up doing about 5. So we're 18 weeks out, so hopefully I should get a good minimum of 10 of these blogs done. The next one I'll do is I'll focus on a bit more Q&A, because it's just boring talking about myself. So, you know, so far so good. New coach, new training program, more food. I've just moved to Essex, so I've got access to all this new cool equipment at the gym I train at, because I train at down in Rip Gym in Basildon. I also train a couple of other places as well. But so far, I'm really happy with the way things are at the moment. So yeah, I should be able to bring something pretty good this year to the stage. So you will see my face shrink in over the next few weeks, and you will also see me less beardy. Look at this. Look at it. Not happy with this. Look like Grizzly Adams. And this as well. You know, I should really be representing the Essex cause. You know, I'm an Essex boy now. I need to look ream, I think, is what it is. But I don't. So. Right. Well, cheers for watching again, guys. I'm going to keep these up. I mean, if people are still watching them, I'll still make them. You know, if people think they're boring and shit, then I'll stop making them. So, you know, but thanks for watching, and we will be doing another one next week. Cheers, guys. See you soon.